Hey, hey. I'm getting sleepy, you guys, but I'm coming up on the final stretch here. Just a few hundred miles until I hit the Mississippi line, and I might even be in Jackson by this evening. I don't like driving after dark because, I grew up in the same war on drugs that you guys grew up in, and the fact that medical cannabis is a necessity for me makes me terrified to drive at night because I don't want to deal with cops. So a world that none of us should have to live in, but so many of us do, even in legal states. And we've got to come together as a community, which is exactly why I'm going to join Mississippi and We Are the 74 as they occupy the governor's mansion to demand their medical cannabis freedom. You guys, this may be a state issue, but I would argue that this might be one of the most important national cannabis issues there is. I mean, this is going to set the stage for what happens moving forward in other cannabis industries and cannabis regulatory networks. Is that the word? In other states. So if representatives and state lawmakers see the people of Mississippi lay down on this after 74% of them said yes, it's going to send a message that we're going to lay down to the rest of the country, which is why I say this may be one of the most important national cannabis issues that we've had at our doorstep, at least in my lifetime, in my almost 40 years. I'm 25 with shipping and handling, I swear. No, but if we, and when I say we, I mean the national cannabis community, and not just the cannabis community, but people who agree with freedom in general, if we come together and come to the aid of Mississippi and be extra voices for them and extra heads in the crowd, it will send a message to the national community, the entire nation, that the cannabis community will not be a force to be reckoned with. We need that unity right now. We've got to stop thinking in terms of states. My state has this law, your state has that law, yada, yada, yada. And we all need to start coming together for each other, sharing each other's bills, sharing each other's successes and failures, so that other states who are trying to get things fixed in their state, in their cannabis industry, can, use those tips and learn from it. But right now, Mississippi, 74% of them said, yes, we want medical cannabis, and the state told them no. That disgusts me. There is no reason any of us should be sitting down on this. We need boots on the ground in Mississippi. I don't have a huge network in the South because I'm terrified of the South. I don't want to be terrified of the South. When I was down there in Mississippi this summer, what I saw was a bunch of legitimately scared individuals who just wanted to feel better, but scared to speak up because they could lose their job or their housing or a slew of other things. Well, we need to be a voice for those people, especially right now when their voices are being ignored on a statewide vote. There's no exception for that. We do not accept that. No. So, stand up, show the nation that the cannabis community won't be fucked with like this. Go visit the GoFundMe page. Whoa, I should totally stay on the road. It's really windy here. I thought the wind would end in Oklahoma because that's what the song says, but it's still really windy. And there's a Moe's Southwestern Grill coming up. But no time to stop. I have literally been living off of chicken nuggets and applesauce on this entire trip with the propane burner in the back because that's how hell-bent I am on getting there. And my resources are short. So visit the GoFundMe page, throw down for the organizers and the protesters. That's going to help keep them sustained while they're on the front line occupying the governor's mansion in Jackson, Mississippi. I need one more tank of gas. Thank you, Dan Berman, for the last tank of gas. If you guys are unfamiliar with Dan Berman, not only is he an awesome libertarian activist who goes by the name Dan Taxation is Theft Berman, but he also runs an incredible CBD company, something that the folks in Mississippi can probably use right now while they're sitting and waiting for their medical cannabis freedom. So thank you, Dan, for the last tank of gas, but I'm halfway through it already. So this van has a 350 under the hood, which is great for everything but gas mileage, right? So you guys, head on over to Cash App, hashtag Platoon 420. If you're a PayPal guy, gal, I'm GI Mary Jane on PayPal. Just win. If you'd rather, go to platoon420.com and click on the donate tab. You'll notice that articles have kind of stopped. It's because I have no more journalistic contributors. That's all done on a volunteer basis, and people's lives call them to its duty, sometimes more in life than others. So right now, 'tis just I working on reporting the drug war news to you from the perspective of the victims, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing starting tomorrow when I get my boots on the ground in Mississippi. Now, I am looking for sponsorship. What I would really like to do is be able to do live coverage across multiple platforms, interview people on the ground, interview representatives, bring all that to you, and that's going to take production, and production's going to take sponsorship. I want to take it a step further, and whenever I do make my trip back, that sponsorship's going to cover me sampling the 3 new recreational markets, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and New Mexico, and also bringing that to you. So, if you're a group or small business, please reach out to me at info@platoon420.com. That one's really easy to remember. Or Joie, Joie, @thefreedomline.com. We're going to make this happen. I really hope that the national media picks up on this. The fact that they haven't, considering a state within America told 74% of the people they couldn't have something they voted on, is beyond me. So we need to be loud about it. Maybe my efforts here aren't exactly what's needed, but it's what my soul is calling me to do. So, Jackson, Mississippi, I will see you soon. Trying not to lose my voice because I want to use it for you, for the patients. You guys make sure to always pass joints, not judgment. Remember, we're all in this together.